Can I see what A is really quick up at the top?
What A is? What
Yeah.
alpha was? You
Yeah,
mean
what alpha
alpha?
is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Right here, 0.10.
There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
I remembered it wasn't 0.5 like the rest of them. That's why I was like, crap, what was it
Yep.
again?
Yep. Well, that's why I put it as part of this thing. So you just write it all down and then you got it. All right. Number 6. The National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism reported that 46.5% of 8th graders had used alcohol. A random sample of 100 8th graders showed that 41 of them had used alcohol. Is there evidence that the population proportion has changed? Tested at the alpha equals 0.01 level. All right, so we have a proportion test because it's not about a mean, it's about a percent. So H0 is that the proportion is equal to 0.465, and H1 is the proportion is not 0.465, with alpha is 0.01. So this is one is a not equal to. Now we have a proportion with a sample size of 100, where 41 have used alcohol. So 41 out of 100. So now we go to StatCrunch. And it's a proportion test. So we have 41 out of 100, and P equals 0.465, and P not equal to 0.465. And when we compute that, we get a high p-value again. So we get our z-stat to be negative 1.0 and our p to be 0.2702.
So what exactly about this problem makes the symbol not an equal?
Okay, we'll go back to it and I'll show you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so in the problem, it doesn't say, is there evidence that the population proportion is less than before, or that there's a claim of less than or greater than. So they don't tell you if it's less than or greater than, or
Okay.
increase or decrease, which means you just use change. So not equal to.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sure. So our test statistic was T equals negative 1.10, and P is 0.2702, 1.10. So P is greater than alpha, and we don't reject the null. So there's not sufficient evidence to make a conclusion that the proportion of, what was it, 8th graders? 8th graders using alcohol has changed. All right. So in the third homework set, that's basically what you're going to be doing, is they're going to ask you to do a proportion test or a t-test. and they say test the claim that blah, blah, blah. And so just go through these steps. I like using the template because it just makes it really simple. You can't mess it up with the template. Well, you can, but you probably won't. All right.